Let me ask you a question. What is the most expensive game that you ever bought? $80, $100, or a $150 game? Well, in our list today, we will be talking about games that can even cost you $2,000. Now, expensive video games often come with larger budgets. We know that, allowing developers to invest in cutting-edge technology, high-quality graphics, immersive storytelling, and innovative gameplay mechanics. This investment can often result in some groundbreaking experiences that push the boundaries of what gaming can offer. Well, this video is not about such boundary-pushing games, is it? The only boundaries the games we are discussing are pushing is the hole in our wallets to the extreme. Hi, I am Neuromancer and welcome to Games Gossip. Today we are diving into the realm of Steam, the largest digital distribution platform for PC gaming. Get ready because we are counting down the top most expensive games available on Steam that might require you to rethink your decision to buy them multiple times before you try to buy them. Our very first game on the list is The Hidden and Unknown, developed by Pro X with a price tag of $1,999.99. When you actually check the displayed video on Steam, you see some random words that tell us what the game is about. These words are story, mystery, prediction, future, unpredictable, and confusion guaranteed. Well, I'm unsure about all the other words except the phrase confusion guaranteed because I'm really confused what this game is about. And if you live your life dangerously and are adventurous enough to buy this game, you'll realize the entire game is just text. And I mean simple text using some free Star Wars intro creator like one from caselabs.io and some random AI generated images and some AI generated random text that seem like a PowerPoint presentation. And if you thought that $2,000 is a bad idea, then let me break the good news. The game is actually now on a reduced price. It was once priced at $2,899. There are reviews on Steam that describe the game as a glorified wallpaper simulator, not even worth playing for free, and final verdicts such as the dev should give you $2,000 for playing this game. Well, if you ever wanted to support the developers via Patreon and become a loyal supporter, you need to pay something like $1,500,000 per month. And by the way, their logo is a cheap rip-off of the Abstergo logo from Assassin's Creed games as well. The second game on the list is Ascent free roaming VR experience, priced at $999, is described as a highly premium immersive VR experience developed for haptic feedback via motion flows, body suits, and climate control. To really understand what is this VR game about, I tried to check the reviews. Currently there are 8 reviews, 4 out of which say not bad in English and 1 says liked in Russian. Basically, 5 of these reviews appear quite suspicious. Well, luckily there is an article on the game by squadstate.com where they actually contacted the developers. As per the website, this seems to be an actual game and it's designed for use with haptic suits, underflow shakers, smart plugs, and gun stocks. The target audience is virtual reality arcade owners who are more business-minded gamers and lesser of serious VR gamers. So the game doesn't seem to be a hoax after all. The third game on the list, Strata Spaces VR Professional Edition, is priced at $995 and is a tough one. The reason being, there are absolutely no user reviews on Steam for this one. The content states that this is the ultimate application for modelers and designers to visualize their creation in an immersive virtual environment. And this is right off their Steam description. Now, this is actually a DLC which is intended as a full upgrade to the professional version of Spaces VR and requires that software in order to function. Along with all included features of the standard edition, the professional upgrade includes some robust options and tools. So I tried checking the base game, which is the Strata Spaces VR, and which is thankfully priced at $59.95. And fortunately, I was able to find one review, and this is what the review says. This tool is, Okay, the sale is bought by fraud. Strata in-studio VR is free and offer the same. Apart from that, the tool is useless because you cannot create anything professional with it. Now, I am not an expert in the VR space, but I'm definitely staying away from this as far as possible. Coming in at number 4 is EVE Online 20,000 Plex with a price tag of $649.99. And this one is not even eligible for a refund. So what is this exactly? Well, this is not even an actual game but an in-game item for a free-to-play game called EVE Online. And Plex or Pilot's license extension here is a physical item used for trading between players on the regional market. So basically to buy ship skins and character cosmetics and even be used to sell items on the game's digital market. You can keep grinding for months to gain a bit of Plex or buy it off Steam, GOG or even Epic Games Store. The price for 20,000 Plex is consistent across all platforms. Coming in at number 5 at $199.99, Snake Robot is probably the first game in the list that has a 100% positive review score on Steam, and there are a total of 14 reviews. It's kind of a throwback to the immensely popular Snake games on Nokia phones that we used to play back in the day, but with an added cyberpunk neon-lit visual overall and improved gameplay. The game seems to be fun, and I try to check if there are other games the developer has worked upon. The developer has worked upon another game, which is the next game or the 6th game in the list. Priced at $199.99, similar to the previous game. Coming at number 6 is Reach the Moon, and this is not a game about some spacecraft or traveling to the moon. Instead, this is a funny game where you play the character of a bodybuilder, and this is a description I'm reading off Steam, okay? Whose goal is to throw a man into the air and someday succeed in his mission to make the man reach the moon. This game has features such as distance calculator and even adds the chance to surpass the moon in a strong bodybuilder as a game selling feature, and this is right off the Steam description. There are 10 positive reviews on the game, out of which 8 are where players have played the game less than 2 hours and mentioned an immersive and engaging gaming experience with endless replayability accompanied by a breathtakingly beautiful world. And things like I reached the moon fast I like. And these are pretty hilarious. The next game on the list is called Derelict. Do not buy, and do not look at me. This is not me not recommending the game, but the actual name of the game. Priced at $199.99, so basically $200. This game is built up of assets downloaded off the internet. Though the developer did use Blender for creating the terrain, buildings and facilities. And I need to mention that this game wasn't always titled Do Not Buy. It was in fact called SCP Derelict Sci-Fi First Person Shooter, but somewhere down the line the developer realized that they were straight up ripping off customers and then suddenly had a change of heart and a change of title. And if you head over to the news section of the game, the developer even promises to name levels after the 2 people who bought the game at its current price. As of today, the game is still at early access, with the last update from the developer happening almost 2 years ago. The Island of Dr. Epstein coming in at number 8 seems to be a downgrade version of Far Cry 2, and it's currently priced at almost $200. And what's bewildering is it was once priced $1.79 a year back. The audio in the game is basically text to speech. The visuals look decent, but the camera is all over the place. You will clear some outposts and helicopters will be dropping enemies via barrels. The gunfight is okay, it's not that bad, but there isn't any depth to the gameplay apart from clearing these outposts, shooting some monkeys, climbing some towers reminiscent of Far Cry games, flipping some switches, trying to shoot exploding barrels that do not explode, and try flying those helicopters, and that's about it. I am not even sure why the developer thought it was a great idea to bump the price 100 times over for around 15 to 20 minutes of gameplay. At number 9, Flight Tuk Tuk priced at almost $200, is possibly inspired by Just Cause 2's Tuk Tuk that you can fly. Now, this is more of a track driving simulator with low resolution textures and a decent selection of tuk tuks, some 15 levels and some hard-hitting nitro. There are currently 33 reviews on this game and most of them are pretty positive. It's developed by an indie studio which has surprisingly worked on 3 other games, including a school bus driver simulator. The 2 other games are currently priced at $300, but they are available at a 90% discount if you are interested. The last game on the list is Fix My Cat Dog, and this is priced again at $200, and this game is pretty fishy since the developer is called TIT Studios, whose name is pretty similar to that of the Flight Tuk Tuk game studios. This game, as mentioned, is priced at $200 and is a game where you roleplay an animal vet. You need to save as many animals as possible from torment and pain. The game features approximately 8 hospitals, and here you are basically treating cats. So you'll be checking these felines, cleaning their paws, checking their ears, treating their wounds, removing any possible trace of bacteria, and removing anything stuck on their coats. Overall, the game may appeal to cat lovers, but I do not see any reason to pay $200 for this game unless I really wish to feel like a virtual feline vet. So these were our top most expensive games list. If you have any ideas on our next top 10 video, please let us know by commenting below. Remember, these prices may vary, so make sure to check Steam for the most updated information. Thank you for joining us today, and don't forget to like the video and subscribe the channel for more exciting gaming content. Until next time, keep gaming and keep gossiping.